Hello viewers, welcome to I Believe in Nigeria show on My Country, My Hope TV. And today we are here at Drsams Vet Clinic. Today we are here to interact with them to know how much impact this clinic has actually made in this environment and beyond. Now follow me as we interact with the CEO and other staffs on this issue. Thank you. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bassi. Thank you very much, My Country, My Hope.
Thank you. Dr. Sam, you are in Nigeria.
Proud one.
Proud one.
Very proud.
So you are proud to be Nigerian.
Very proud.
So what makes you proud to be Nigerian?
Well, I was born here. I grew up here. All my life has been here. I cannot love another man's country beyond my own. I would believe that all my energy, all my zest should be directed towards the greater goal of this country that I call my own. Because at the moment there is no more Nigeria, I wonder which country I will claim to be from. So this is my country and I love my country.
When you love something, you can sacrifice for that.
That's right.
So to what extent do you feel you are sacrificing for your country?
I would not be able to talk for any other person. I will talk for myself. I will believe my calling, as the spiritual people will have it, will be that what is it that you have been called into? My own calling is this veterinary profession. I am well grounded to tell myself, young man, you can go beyond the limits that is being seen. You can go from these points that people see to where people have not seen because they have not grown into it. Now, I personally am ready to extend myself in my veterinary profession, which I have been doing for a couple of years now, and to the glory of the Almighty, I can boldly say I have presented my own quota, I have played my own part to the extent I can, which I am willing to go beyond, and that is the beauty of it.
So how can you assess veterinary medicine in Nigeria health sector today?
I am glad that the veterinary sector has grown beyond how we used to know. At a time, it started with just one college of veterinary medicine in the whole country. Then it became 3. Then it kept on increasing. At the moment, I think we have about 14 veterinary colleges in the whole country, in different states. The Veterinary Council of Nigeria still want to extend beyond this. And it is good because the more veterinarians we have, the more the awareness that there is a course called veterinary medicine, the more the impact we have, because we now have more people in the profession, we will definitely have more impact to the profession, to the populace at the end of the day, who stands to be the end achievers or end receivers. So this is how far we have gone, and I believe there's still a whole lot to be done.
In terms of development or establishment of veterinary clinic, we have not seen much comparable to your descriptions. We only see some literature, like veterinary services. We've not actually seen much of a well-established clinic. So what can you say to that?
Okay, now just as I said, if you give birth to a child today, the child does not just start to fly. The child crawls, then the child stands staggering, then the child starts to walk, and the child grows well and walks well. Then maybe he becomes a pilot and fly one day. Okay, so but now the veterinary profession is gradually coming on. We are gradually correcting ourselves. Some of us that had the intention of becoming a vet from the very inception, okay, have it at the back of our mind that, hey, we cannot downplay the veterinary profession or the veterinary outlook and expect something different. After all, you cannot sow the seed of an orange and you expect the plantain to grow. Okay, so we will be saying the energy we put into it determines the outlook it gives at the end of the day. I believe a veterinary clinic, as it should be, just as you rightly said, should be a building, should be a place designated specifically for veterinary practices. Now, what you have said is true, where you see a veterinary clinic and it's just a shop. Wrong concept. This, I am very sure, Veterinary Council of Nigeria as a body will look into or are looking into already and correcting. You cannot say it's a veterinary clinic and you are having a small shop. or you're having a small place, what happens to the fact that a veterinary clinic should have an examination room, should have a surgery, should have a laboratory diagnosis, should have radiology, should have a place where you can admit the animal and treat the animal very correctly, which we have here as it stands now. So these are the extensions that will be looked into.
Everything you do, everything you say is how you can promote Nigerian image profile in the sector. So to what extent do you think Dr. Samson has promote Nigerian veterinary industry in Nigeria can give Nigeria at least a good image?
Very beautiful question. Okay, I remember when we started off, it was just this clinic, the mother clinic, and we were just doing our quota to the immediate environment that we are. As it stands right now, we are glad that if you make your search on veterinary clinics globally, nationwide, or let's say within the state, if you make your search within the state of veterinary clinics, we rank in numbers too. So we are glad to have that. It means that to a very large extent, people recognize us. Our Google search, for example, keeps increasing by like every month. There is always about 40 to 60% increase in search on our Google search. So we know that we are trying our best, and someone is telling someone that, hey, there is a veterinary clinic in this part of the state, and they know what they are doing. And we keep having new people coming every blessed day. We already have our client base, our attention base every month to as high as 70 to 100 animals every month, and it keeps increasing. It was not like that last month. It keeps increasing, and we are glad to have this. And to show that we are not just based on a state, we are looking beyond one state. We already have a clinic in Jos, Plateau State. We are already working on another one in Port Harcourt, River State. So we target having a veterinary facility in every state of this country. And with the help of God, I know the sky is just the starting point.
So what are the economic importance of veterinary clinic in Nigerian economy?
The importance of veterinary clinics to this economy. No man wants to invest in what we're making fail. The country as it stands is a bit short-sighted. I will tell you why I said so. But I am happy that it's gradually changing. A country cannot stay on one commodity. No. If we are to build on the shoulders of greater men or greater countries before now, if we are to go beyond what they have done, it is for us to see that they also do not focus on one commodity. The country, like my beautiful country Nigeria, sees all the beauty in just the oil. No, agriculture as it stands can give far more than what the oil can do. I stand corrected, and I make bold to say even the oil came from agriculture. It is an extension of fossils. When fossils degenerate, when they decompose, that is over time what converts to the crude that we have. So it is from agriculture that we have the crude. Exactly. So now let's extend it a little bit more. If therefore we have agriculture, and you cannot separate veterinary medicine from agriculture, we should have a country focusing on agriculture, food production, animal health management, which is where you have the veterinary clinics. Okay, so if I invest in animal management or animal husbandry, where I rear animals or raise crops, okay, or a mixed farming, as the case would be, you will need a veterinarian or a veterinarian to manage those animals for you. You will need a veterinarian to raise your productivity from such animals. You don't want your animals to die. You want your animals to come producing for you. If it is for meat, let them produce meat well. If it is for milk, let them produce milk well. If it is for any other thing, you want them to produce it well. And this is where you have your veterinarian in action. Therefore, what will you call a veterinarian without an affiliated veterinary clinic? What will you call a veterinarian without an affiliated veterinary clinic? If I am a veterinarian, I come to you, you will want to ask me, where do you work? How will it sound to you when I tell you I'm just a veterinarian, I just go around with my dad? You won't take me serious. Okay, so this is it. When you have a veterinarian attached to a veterinary clinic, then your mind is at rest. You know, okay, I know where I can trace my doctor to, even if I don't say it. Okay, and Dr. Sams, as it stands, has a lot of doctors. We keep working. Everybody knows his role, and at the end of the day, it is to the benefit of the economy at large.
What are the bad side and the good side of having pets?
Very good question. If you say pet, I believe you are just referring to maybe the dogs. Okay, but pets are beyond that. We have the cats, we have anything you hold dear to you is a pet to you. Okay, some keep rabbits, some keep snakes, some keep all sorts of. Okay, but let me restrict it to maybe the dogs, for example. I always say there are no bad dogs. There are only bad owners. I'll tell you why. The way a dog grows is how your child grows. What you expose the dog to will be what the child or the dog will show to you. If you give bad food, your dog will grow up having passion. If you do not feed enough, your dog will be malnourished. If you feed a little bit too much, your dog can become obese. Is that not what we have in children? Good. If you do not train your dog well, your dog can attack you someday. Just as we have it so that if you do not train your child well, your child will attack you someday. So there are no bad parents. There are no bad children. There are only bad parents. Such that we also have, if there are no bad dogs, there are only bad owners. It will be the owners handling the dogs wrongly. They do not give the vaccination as I told you. Then it happens that the dog comes down with, for example, a disease called leptospirosis that is transmissible to human beings. It is not the dog's fault that he had leptospirosis. It is you, for example, it is you, the owner, for example, that has exposed the dog to these problems. It is you that did not vaccinate the dog. It is you that is not keeping the environment very clean. The environment is supposed to be so clean that rats and all rodents do not have access to the dog food. I believe you will not eat a food that you know the rat has put its mouth or has urinated within. You won't want to do that. So this is how we should keep the animals too. So therefore, what I am saying is, if we can take care of our pets well, we have nothing to be worried about.
In what area can I actually, I have a pet, how do I be able to keep this pet, maintain this pet in the best way that I will love? There are many people that don't know about this veterinary injection investment. They are looking for the way they can actually keep these pets happy as a good family member. What is your advice?
I love your set of questions. I would have actually, some people would have actually even thought, no, let doctor just go through the questions first. I love the fact that I didn't even have to go through them. In this regard, I will say no to quackery. There are quacks out there. There are just a few people that have possibly worked with a veterinary clinic or a veterinarian or a veterinary doctor, as the case will be, and believe they know so much already. They disguise as veterinarians. They go about telling you, I'm a veterinary doctor, I can treat your animal, and they mess the whole thing up. I am driving somewhere where I started this way. If you are to have a pet, you should have a veterinarian, certified veterinarian attached to you. For this reason, it is only when you have this veterinarian attached to you that you can beat your chest that this is a veterinarian and whatever he tells me is correct. Your veterinarian will tell you, sir or ma, your dog is so age, your dog needs this vaccine as at this age, as at this age, as at this age. Your veterinarian will charge you for those vaccines and to come give them, which is normal, it's business, that is his business too. I would enjoin every pet owner not to cut corners. I would enjoin every pet owner not to believe quacks are cheaper, because at the end of the day, cheap may not be is saving grace. It will be good you pay the amount they call you, which of which vets are not expensive. I've been out of this country. I've seen how much veterinary services can cost. They are head breaking. They are neck breaking too. So but the country is growing, and veterinary medicine is growing with the country, making it as easy as possible to access veterinary services at a minimal cost, which is what Drsams stands for. I can beat my chest on several situations that what we charge is even cheaper than what your quacks will charge. So why patronize a quack when you have a veterinarian? Therefore, I will quickly bring this to our notice that we have a Veterinary Council of Nigeria app developed by the Veterinary Council of Nigeria that confirms every veterinarian. So you just have to, for example, just download the app, Veterinary Council of Nigeria app, to confirm that veterinarian or that quack that is with you. You go into the app, you press on get started, you want to verify a practitioner. So you click on that and you ask the person, the young man in front of you, hey young man, what is your Veterinary Council number? What is your VCN number? Then if he cannot confirm this to you, then he is not a veterinarian. I'm inputting mine now, and that is my own. That is me. So this confirms I am a veterinarian. If that young man or that young lady with you does not have this Veterinary Council number, the person is not a vet. And I will say whatever happens to your pet in the hand of such person is your fault. You do not have bad pets, you have bad ones.
We want to talk about dogs and spirits who are veterinary. How can you, in what way does the board use dogs as a security work in an environment? How safe and how secure, as commonly believed?
As commonly believed, there is no doubt to what has been believed. A dog that you have raised knows you. A dog you feed knows you. Knows you as a father, knows you as a mother, knows you as his friend, his best friend. Dogs are completely loyal to their owners. But as I said, we only have bad owners. There are some that don't feed the dogs well. Anything that happens, that comes out of it is the person's fault. Now, if I have a dog in my house, loyal to me, well fed, well taken care of, the dog wants to die for me, a dog will receive a bullet for you. The dog will go ahead to face the danger before it comes to you. We've had several cases of dogs saving their owners from the cobra, several of it, and they paid the supreme price with their life. Yes, they will make sure they kill that cobra or kill that snake, then they could die afterwards. We've had several situations. We've had the dogs going in between the owner and robbers. Dogs will go all out, receive the bullet, try as much as possible to chase that thief away, before they pass on. We've had such situations. It therefore means this: there is no greater loyalty that man can receive from any man as much as you have from that your dog. When it comes to security, you could have your megad, as we call it. Yeah, you could have your guard, your security guard scamper for his dear life when he has too much attacks. The dogs will stand, even if it is one. He will rather die first before they get to you. Now, the fear is this: that they could be afraid of the fact that, hey, don't go into the house, that dog is very wild. No, the dog does not know you. That's why the dog is trying to keep you out. You are a stranger to the dog. When you are approaching a house that has a dog, you should call the owner of the house. Hello, I'm at your gate, your dog, and the owner will keep the dog out or keep the dog locked. Then you can come in. The dog is only doing his own job. So if you go into a premises that you're not yet invited to come into and you get attacked by the dog, it's not the dog's fault. The dog is only doing his job, what he knows how to do. Perfect security.
And what is your advice to some of your colleagues that don't want to practice this profession here in Nigeria because they feel maybe the country is not giving them what they want, and you are here salvaging your own way? What is your advice?
To my colleagues, both senior and junior, because I have a lot of senior colleagues that they are not fixed into this job. I would say you should first discover your calling. It may be that your calling has never been veterinary medicine in the first place. Do not let us get it wrong. Like, you went in for veterinary medicine does not mean you are supposed to be in veterinary medicine. Now, if you are in veterinary medicine and you are sure that this is your calling, you give it all your best. You cannot expect, okay, if you plant a seed of orange, you will have just a tree of orange. If you plant seeds, then you have trees. It is what you give into it that it gives back to you. If you give it garbage, it gives you garbage. If you give it your energy, as I have always done, to give you back the energy, do not stay away from this profession that you believe is your calling. There is no better profession. I beat my chest to see there is no better profession. I eat what I want to eat. I do what I want to do. I see what I want to see. I go where I want to go. I build what I want to build. This is perfect. I am not greedy. I don't want too much. Satiety, satisfaction to what you have is key too. Do not want beyond what you have given. Give more, you get more. So to every of my colleagues out there, I would say giving your best to veterinary medicine, and let us see that the sky is just the starting point.
Dr. Sam Veterinary Clinic is one of the best clinics here in Abuja that renders services both within and even without, that's outside Abuja. This clinic actually is 4 years old. But within these 4 years, I know that we have touched the life of so many within the community and even outside the community. So this clinic has been set actually to see the well-being of the community, that's in terms of public health, and then that of the animals here around within, and then even worldwide, as God help us.
I have been to several veterinary clinics, but this happens to be the best so far in the area of diagnosis. Here we don't do blind diagnosis. We have to carry out different diagnoses to enable us give the appropriate treatment to the animal, depends on what the animal is suffering from. In other veterinary clinics I've been to, most of them don't have surgery theater. Most of them don't have diagnostic rooms. But in Dr. Sam's Veterinary Clinic, we have a surgery theater, we have the diagnostic room, where you have the diagnostic equipment like the ultrasonography. Then in terms of approach to client, it's top notch. Then when it comes to treatment, because of the diagnosis, he gives accurate treatment. And because of this accuracy in treatment, we used to get a lot of referrals from other clinics to this place.
My name is Sarah Peter. I'm the manager, Dr. Sam's Veterinary Clinic, Abuja. I'm also the manager, Dr. Sam's Veterinary Clinic, Jos. Also the manager, Dr. Sam's Veterinary and Frozen Food Mats, Agwangede, Abuja. So what brought me to, or what makes me want to work or like working in Dr. Sam's Veterinary Clinic is that it's one of the best that I may say in the FCT, and they are good at what they are doing.
I brought my dogs for parasites, endoparasite treatment, and the other one has ascites. So I came to treat them here.
How did you get to know about this place?
I was referred by a friend, and ever since I got here, because in the past I'm someone that has lots of dogs, so ever since I got to know this place, anytime I bring my dogs here, they always get the maximum treatment and the best treatment. Yes,
everything, the treatment here is nice. Attending to dog rapidly, especially emergency cases, yes, they do attend to it immediately. And I think I also love the fact that they can be able to admit dog, which most clinics don't really have that at this point in time. So I think that's why one of the things that makes this place an exceptional place.
Viewers, we have come to the end of interaction with our guest on My Country, My Hope TV, on the program I Love Nigeria show. Till I see you some other times, I remain your sincerely, Ambassador Bassi. Thank you very much.